Hey everybody, Jacob here. This little video is going to be about beating the dungeon 9-12 Almighty Push whenever you're fighting all the paths of pain. Pretty sure this is after the death of Jiraiya, so it's a little bit harder. If you've passed that one, get ready to pass it again. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick run through so you can you know what to expect if you've never tried it and you just know it's gonna be hard or what have you. I'm gonna go ahead and use my current setup and then I'll show you an optimal setup. Of course, it is pretty much not everybody has access to all these different ninja. So you see here, I mean, they can take a beating. So you're gonna have to be able to do lots of damage per second. Ninjutsu damage is good. However, this path right here that I'm circling has chakra absorption. Pretty much, it takes in chakra damage and then can expel it back out randomly, just like in the anime and manga, of course. So see, it still takes a few rounds for me to beat them. Really, the trick is to keep them sealed. And to keep yourself protected just in case they don't seal. Kurama Naruto definitely helps out, as you can see. Still took me 4 rounds though. So like I said again, the best tactic is to keep them sealed, and you can use Sage Kabuto, which is highly recommended. When I initially beat it, I used Sage Kabuto and Danzo. Let's see, right here. But for me using Danzo, I had to keep an active on Tsunade because Danzo does take his own health. Or you can use Sakura as well as Tsunade. Now another big one that you don't need it, but it's how I beat it, was Hanzo. Because his special, if they're hit with the poison, does 5% damage, 5% of their initial HP damage every round for 6 rounds. And that is a lot of damage without even having to worry about how high your ninjutsu attack is. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my formation as necessary. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Jiraiya, as well as Orochimaru, and swap him out for Danzo. Don't even know where my cards are. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my Naruto. And I'm going to give him the skill for his gold phase. Go extra big shuriken. Of course, I still have that bonus of, Ninetales chakra body. Now with your sealers, Kabuto and Danzo, you don't want an active skill on them because that just means it's one more round that you have to wait in order to release. Now the setup I use, you'll definitely want people with high dodge in the front. Except for Kabuto, you want him very first with a level 5 Cursed Seal of Wrath. And then you'll want, of course, high dodge in the front, high defense in the front. Hanzo can be anywhere. Danzo, he should be very last with a level 1 Cursed Seal of Wrath. So let me go ahead and take off the equipment and everything from my old ninja. The amount of damage they do doesn't really matter for the sealers, because all you need for them is the sealing. Another big tip is keep your equipment updated. You want it at least Jonin, at least level 35 in order to beat this. Also, if your skills aren't very high, go ahead and level those up. I'd say at least 25 on them all, because that will help tremendously the amount of damage that you do. And cursed seals, you really want them preferably max level, but ain't nobody got time for that. So as high as you can without breaking the bank. It helps if you get those necklaces from the arena. These ones right here, the super necklaces, those are a tremendous help. And then any eardrops you can get. Another thing is max out your bloodlines with the best bloodline you can. That will be a big factor, as well as recasting. You can start off with the silver recast and save it. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. And as you can see, it's much cheaper the lower level the ninja is. So go ahead and do that before you level up the ninja. Then after you get the best stats you think you can get for a silver recast, go ahead and do a prime recast or two. I usually do about 5 or 6 a ninja, just to get optimal stats. That helps your growth chart. So I'm going to go ahead, see my Naruto, I'm going to equip the Mount Miyaboku scroll on him. Let's see, Kabuto, the higher the hit you have, the better as well, because I believe they have decent dodge. So let's go ahead and jack up my Hanzo. Hanzo is a very heavy hitter, especially with his passive skill, Poisonous Body. It increases the ninjutsu attack. You see I have it level 86 and it's increasing it by 47,000. Just look at them stats. That's fucking nuts. So I'm going to go ahead and give my Hanzo the Sword of Kusanagi. I'm also going to give him the lightweight shoes, just because he is a heavy hitter. I'm going to give him a Jonin cloak because he doesn't need the Tsuchikage cloak. And then Senior Jonin ninja suit. And then just going to give him one of the ninjutsu eardrops. I'm going to give her the spiral well, let's see. See if I can throw an active on her real quick. Illness extraction, 3 hearts. Give her that real fast. It's good to have an extra healing, but it also takes a lot of bloodline stones. May as well go ahead and put this back in Tsunade. It will come in handy. Alright, and illness extraction is what I'm putting on her. I don't find the level to be all that matterful, if that's even a word, because it's the ninjutsu attack that you want to worry about. So you see I have 40,000 ninjutsu attack on her. I'm going to go ahead and put the Tsuchikage cloak on her, make her a little bit more of a tank. See if I got, and then I'm going to put Goran on her as well. Let's see, anything else I can add to her to boost it. Alright, so that should be good. And then I got her with good chakra recovery, so she will release that rather quickly. See here, I got level 6 Wrath on her, so she'll release rather quickly as well. And then on level 21, so actually what I'm going to do is take this down and put a level 3 Wrath on her. So she'll release after 1 or 2 rounds. And then on Danzo, I'll get to in a moment. Just going to go through the line and keep modifying my team. Now my combat power will be way higher than yours. That's just because of how far along I am. If you can't seem to beat it, then just keep working on, your Tailed Beast, all that good stuff. Now, as far as Tailed Beast, it would be best to have the Matatabi 2 tails, because of the ninjutsu defense that's given. It's probably the best one you can use for this because they do a lot of ninjutsu damage. That's probably all I need to put on my Hanzo, just ninjutsu, some chakra recovery, and some fury. Now on my Danzo, you want to level 1 on him. It'll offset the timing between the seals and hopefully keep them sealed. The more HP, the better, because his attack does drop HP. Then we'll go through here and just, give the best that you can for each ninja. Better taijutsu on Obito. I see pretty good there. And pretty good there. I'm going to go through and make sure all the equipment's in line. Take this off of him. Actually, the ninjutsu defense, I'll keep that there. That might help with his skill. And may as well go with Chakra Blade on him. Just a little bit more damage. Not much, but a little bit. And then just give him the best equipment you can. Go down the line, make sure everybody's looking good. Decently balanced stats. Alright. Like I said, bloodlines, curse seals, those are necessary. It's a big help. For Donzo, I do highly recommend the wood release because of the massive amount of HP it gives. So, that's an extra, 40,000 HP. He doesn't have very much to start with. So, like I said, it's a big, big help. If you have vitality pills, that helps as well. And then, anything that may boost your stamina tremendously. The cloaks boost your stamina as well as cursed seals. They increase your HP, and there may be skill or something like that, that'll help out Donzo with that. And if you have him gold, you can use the Izanagi. I believe that brings him back to life, but I don't have him gold, so I guess I'm out of luck there, huh? Of course. So as far as the setup, let me go ahead and double check my stats real quick because it just changed tremendously. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and swap out Naruto and Hanzo's shoes, since I want my Naruto to be up front for his taijutsu defense. Kabuto as well, and then Obito, which is who I'm using. You don't have 6 paths Obito. You likely only have this one, which is very helpful for the fire damage. So I'm actually going to go ahead and choose that one, even though it doesn't do nearly as much damage. I'm going to beef my skills down to the ones you likely have. Shiratense does help because it stuns and it takes like 5 Rinnegan bloodlines. So let's go back to formation. I have my Naruto here because of high dodge, decent taijutsu, high damage, and decent taijutsu defense for my Obito. Kabuto, you want him very first with a level 5 Curse Seal of Wrath, and then Hanzo and Obito. The position doesn't really matter, but the better the defense and dodge, or the higher, the better. Tsunade, I have her with a level 3 Curse Seal of Wrath, so it'll be offset by the timing of first and last releases between Kabuto and Donzo. Get a little bit of healing going on, so Donzo can go ahead and release, get the damage done, and start healing it back. Also, I have the illness extraction on there, so it'll help too. Donzo, you want with a level 1 Curse Seal of Wrath, so after 2 rounds after Kabuto releases, he's going to release again and hopefully seal. So that's the whole idea behind this, as much healing and protection as possible. As much damage as possible as well. You want a very high damage per second. Any damage over time you can do it. Highly recommended. And I just remembered I have explosive tag on my Hanzo, so I'm going to go ahead and give him the chakra recovery curse seal. He doesn't have a very high vitality, so he's not going to recover it very quickly anyways, but it will help because it takes 300 chakra. So let's go ahead and give this a try. I'm going to go put it down to 2 times speed so you guys can keep a better idea. So you see it sealed the front 3 but not the back 3, and those back 3 are really a pain in the ass. So we're going to go ahead and get a little bit of damage per second going on here. And then Hanzo coming in. So those first 2 are going to be, a pain. And at this point it looks like my Donzo is going to die the first round, first time he releases. But you see that high damage from Hanzo's poison comes in a lot of handy. So actually my Hanzo might not die, because he's got some healing here, and then he's about to be hit with an illness extraction. As you can see, Kabuto and Donzo are ready to both seal. It's just in case one fails and the other doesn't. And then it'll all be offset by the healing. So I got most of them sealed, only the one back here that doesn't heal, or that heals, which is not that big of a deal, but you also want to look out. Again, I'm doing way more damage than you likely will. I've had plenty of time to beef up my my team, but the big key is sealing, healing, and Hanzo for his poison. If you don't have Hanzo, it is well worth the grind. There was an event where you could get him up to bronze for pretty much free. I recommend it if you're about to hit the event. I don't know what iOS is at, or if you're Android. Now we currently have Madara, I think, yeah, Madara fragments, and it's the same dungeon that you get Hanzo, and Hanzo's fragments have been pushed up in drop rate. So I do recommend following that path. It is super easy to get Hanzo now, iOS. Just, it's well worth the grind. I'm going to go ahead and do this again, just so you guys can see it again. See, didn't seal them all. Flaming Arrow, that's Taijutsu attack. But good thing for double operation. As much damage, level up your skills, level up your equipment, refine them. Level up your tailed beasts. Again, I recommend 2 tails for ninjutsu defense. I'm not currently using the 2 tails. I'm using 5 tails for the taijutsu attack and ninjutsu attack boost that I get. It's outrageous how good the 5 tails is. Imagine 9 tails, right? So you can see Hanzo's poison in the back row really, really taking effect, because those 2 in the back are pretty much dead. Got a couple more rounds. If you can raise your critical hit, do it. I do highly recommend it. I believe the Great Mountain Gale, which Naruto can use, I believe that increases your critical. But I prefer to use, of course, the Nine Tails Chakra Body. Shinra Tensei, that just stunned a couple of them. Got them out of your hair for a round. Another big thing is adding Gate of Healing. The Gate of Healing automatically increases the amount of taijutsu damage is done, not by increasing your taijutsu attack, but literally directly you get this much more damage added to the amount that you're currently doing. So you'll see here on Kabuto, automatically adds 56,000 plus whatever you're currently doing. And then you get some taijutsu defense and HP to go with it. It's a big CP booster. I think it's about 35,000, 40,000 or something like that per ninja, so that adds up, as well as the amount of damage being done and the amount of HP you have. Level that up as much as you can. It's passive, so you can use scrolls. I do apologize if this is not, if I make it seem easier than it is. It is a very, very, very hard level, and I had problems with it. I really did. If you can almost beat it, if you can go 30 rounds and not die, you can beat it. You just have to beef up the amount of damage you do. If you're dying really quickly, just work up the Dragon Rotating Ball, work up Danzo if you have him. If you don't have him, get him. You can farm him. I'm not 100% sure what level, but let's find out. Plot by Danzo, 1911. So it's the one you're just at, and you'll be able to farm him. Big, big help. And then as far as Madara, I believe it is Crying Country, 15-2. Or I'm sorry, Hanzo and Madara, of course. They're very, very, very helpful. Now, if you really want to try, you can go for the Confusion route, and you mix between Sasori, Animal Path, and Ino. There's also Konohamaru, which is very good at Confusion. Try and make them do damage on themselves. Keep that going. That's one route. I've never tried it. I don't want to try it, because I know the pure brute force and protection route works just fine. But if you can't do it, just level up your stuff. Train your ninja as necessary. If you only have Sage Naruto, train him to gold. If you only have Snake Kabuto, make him Sage. Obito, I believe his Blast Dance comes from one of the former forms. I think the Rinnegan Obito comes with the Stunning skill. It comes with Space Time Kamui. So you'll be able to get the Blast Dance at, this skin right here. So it's not too hard to get it. Of course, you don't get the, the Bloodline buff. You don't get the training buffs. But it's very, very useful whenever you level it up. Bloodlines, keep them maxed. Recast, work on it. It's just all a matter of stats. If you do have any questions, or if you're really close and want my opinion on something, just feel free to, post a comment on this video. Please add the Facebook group, just Ninjutsu OL. And you'll see it on Facebook. We're not the ones that are in Chinese, we're the ones that are in English. We're more than welcome to join. Very friendly community, very helpful. Just be respectful. A lot of stuff going down with that group right now. But again, if you have any questions, post. Please like, share, subscribe. Show your friends this game, show them my videos. It's a fun game. Fun making the videos too. Any questions? Feel free to ask. I'll be there to help. I am busy, so it may take, upwards of a day to get back to you. But I'll be more than happy to. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you next video. Have a good day.